I'm going to give a quick overview of the different most common text files for data as viewed in a simple text editor. And for this I'm using Notepad++. You could use another simple text editor like Text Wrangler or Emacs or there's others as well. So the first file we're going to look at is a comma separated variable file, and this is the leadfish dataset. And so we can see that the variables are quite clearly distinguished by commas. And then because we're looking at all the characters, so in Notepad you can view, show symbol, show all characters. That allows me to see invisible characters like this end of line command here, crlf. So comma separated variable files sometimes use a semicolon rather than the comma. That's because in some countries the comma is used as a decimal point, and so a semicolon has to be used there. So let's move on to another kind of file. So this is the beekeeper.txt file. This is a space delimited file. So the data which appears after a few lines of header, every column is distinguished by some amount of blank space. Let's move on again. This is a tab delimited file. This is the insect.txt file. And again, the data here, the different columns are delineated by tabs, and tabs here are these orange arrows in Notepad++. So all these files were saved on a Windows computer, and Windows uses this crlf command to show an end of line. CR stands for carriage return and LF stands for line feed. So this is another file that I just written on a Windows computer, and you can see all these end of lines. But if you use another operating system, there are other defaults. So on a Mac computer, Macs use just a carriage return. So you can see that using this Notepad++, because you can actually see these end-of-line commands, which you wouldn't normally see. And Linux use another default again. Linux use just a line feed, LF. So sometimes this can cause issues. It's just good to be aware that different operating systems sometimes use different defaults. And that's it. That's the basics of text files in Notepad++.